Joining us now is House Judiciary Chair Jim Jordan of the great state of Ohio, great friend. Jim Jordan is a criminal reference, directly points to former President Obama. I guess my question to you, fighter that you are on the right side of these issues, what can you do about this? What can Congress do? What can the Judiciary Committee do? Because you got a list of people, right? From Obama on down. You've got Comey, you've got Brennan, you've got Clapper, you've got Jacob Sullivan. They're all involved in this incredible scam, okay? Almost a seditious scam, as some have said it. Yep. And there's got to be some consequences, Jim Jordan.
Yeah, I think we can put the story together, and I think we can put events to what Tulsi put forward. Now, remember what she's saying. She said they changed. They manipulated the intelligence community assessment. They had an assessment that said one thing. President Obama calls a meeting December 9th, 2016, after that first election, calls a meeting. All the key players are there. Brennan, Clapper, McCabe, Lynch, all the key players are there. And he says, time out on what the intelligence community has said. We're going to change that. We're going to manipulate that. And we're going to make it sound like something that's not true, i.e. President Trump was working with Russia, which we all know was garbage. So that's what they decide on December 9th. Then they hatch a plan to undermine President Trump. And the next big important date is January 6, 2017. When they go to Trump Tower, Brennan, Clapper, Comey give President Trump a briefing. The president-elect thinks he's getting the customary, normal briefing you would get as the incoming commander-in-chief. What he doesn't know is he's being set up because Comey talks to him about the dossier that he already knows, Jim Comey already knows, is garbage. But he briefs the president on it. That information gets leaked, and now the press can run with it because, oh, the FBI director has briefed the incoming president on the dossier. It must be real. It must be legit. That starts the whole thing, Mueller and everything else. It was a setup. So God bless Tulsi Gabbard for bringing this information forward and giving the base of it, the reason that they did this whole thing or what they manufactured this reason. And we put the events with it and tell the entire story. That's what we can do. Now, whether anyone gets prosecuted, that's up to Pam Bondi.
Well, now, hang on. This is very interesting. You want to call, let me just read it. Tulsi Gabbard today called this an egregious weaponization and politicization of intelligence in American history. The most egregious weaponization of intelligence in American history. Okay, you're on it. You're all over it. You're Jim Jordan. You're the chairman of the Judiciary Committee. Do you hold hearings? Like right now,
yes.
Do you follow up?
Yes.
I know there's a recess, but you can still, can you come in this week or next week and start holding hearings?
We're already reaching out to, we've been talking to the Attorney General, we've been talking to the FBI Director, and we've been talking with folks in the Director of National Intelligence in Tulsi Gabbard's area. So we want all three to come testify as soon as we come back. So later this summer, early September, we want all three to come testify about this and, of course, other issues. They'll be asked all kinds of things by members of our committee, but we're working on bringing them all back in September. Meanwhile, we're putting together some key facts that add to what Tulsi brought forward relative to changing and manipulating the intelligence community assessment. Never forget, Larry, in between December 9th and January 6th, in that time frame, January 9th, 2016, January 6th, 2017, on January 3rd, the top Democrat in the Senate, Chuck Schumer's on TV, and he says this statement: if you mess with the intelligence community, talking about President-elect Trump, if you mess with the intelligence community, they have 6 ways from Sunday to get back at you. The first thing is, why is an elected official talking about the intelligence community, the bureaucracy, going after elected officials? But that's what he says. And, of course, it took all of 3 days, because 3 days later is when they go up to Trump Tower and try to set President Trump up, leak the fact that they had shared the dossier with the president, and start their plan to undermine his presidency. And remember, that all led to Mueller 2 years. 2 years, this action started here. 2 years it put the country through the whole Mueller, Trump, Russia, Adam Schiff, all that stuff for 2 years based on manipulated, false, changing intelligence community assessment.
And there's one other thing that somebody noted. It's very important. Brennan, running the CIA, doctored his report to the FISA court. okay? He stood behind the phony Steele report, forgot to tell them that the FBI had fired Steele, who was a stupid lying, thieving informant. And so he's got to be culpable. I mean, look, I'm sure that you can get Tulsi Gabbard to testify and John Ratcliffe and so forth. But what about these other guys? What about Jake Sullivan? What about Brennan? What about Clapper? What about Comey? I mean, those guys are still laughing. They're saying this is a big joke. This is not a big joke.
Yeah, well, everything's on the table, and we have deposed Mr. Brennan and Mr. Clapper. We deposed them relative to the letter that the 51 former intel officials signed. Here's something, this pattern I see. So Comey goes and briefs the President of the United States on January 6, 2017 about the dossier, which he already knows is baloney, the document that they had, the FBI had. Fast forward 4 years later, 51 former intel officials write a letter saying the Hunter Biden laptop is a Russian information operation, which was a lie.
The same crowd.
The same crowd, but also remember, the FBI had the laptop, and they knew the laptop was real. So both times the FBI has the truth, and they let a lie be told to the American people to try to impact an election and try to impact a presidency. That's how bad it was. But this is where it all started. December of 2016, and that's why it's so important these people are held accountable.
Well, I don't think you can wait till September, Jim Jordan. Honestly, I don't. This story is very hot right now. This kind of, as Tulsi put it, the most egregious weaponization and politicization of intelligence in American history. I mean, honestly, I don't know that can wait. That's just such an amazing thing. You're the guy to do it. You're a fighter.
You're a fighter. As soon as we can.
All right.
You're right, so are you. We're going to get after it as soon as we can.
All right, Jim Jordan, thank you, head of the Judiciary Committee. Thank you ever so much. Appreciate it.